I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Blessed to be talking to you right now. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, nice to see you again. I'm Francesca Lana with Pop Fusion TV. So happy to have you. Last
Thank
time
you.
you was at Amy's release.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Was that like 2 years ago or was that a year ago?
I think it's about a year ago, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, time is just flying. But you
Crazy.
also did that music video too. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
So how have you been doing during quarantine?
I've been doing good, by the grace of God. It's been time for me to kind of like take a beat, rest, reflect, really press into God in a different way. Have some time with my husband. We're both traveling a lot, so that's been kind of nice. And then also there's just been, a unique opportunity to put things out into the world that represent, what we want to put out into the world. And so I'm excited about this. I'm excited about Joelle. She's one of my closest, dearest, best friends. It's an incredible talent. And,
Aww.
I was excited about this video because, she was going through a transition in her life at that time. And I'm all about women empowerment and self-love. And so like the season that she was going through, I was really proud of her. Not that I have the right to be proud of her because we're all trying to work this thing out, but she had just gone through her sobriety and she was really having a shift in her life. And so when we got together and talked about this music video, we started talking about, what do we want it to be? We really settled on kind of like an abstract picture of her internal journey, and who she was and who she thought she was and who she's going into and what she's discovered about herself. And so it's really, really fun and exciting to be able to do this with her.
Wow. So hence the title Rescue Me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's super awesome. Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
PM, right?
Say it again.
It's being released tonight at 7 p.m., right?
Yes, tonight, 7 p.m. And then afterwards, Joelle and I are going to do an Instagram live and talk about all that stuff. And, she's really had a rough season. Her father just passed away as well. So she's definitely in a season, of growth and things really changing in life. So just wanted to like get this message out there because I think it's really special and important and powerful as a woman and really, get people to see what I see in Miss Joelle Ashley. So.
Yes, Joelle Ashley. Sending love and condolences to her. I know she's in the room right now, the chat room. I know Father's Day is coming up, so we'll definitely be praying for her. I actually lost my mother about 5 months ago, so Mother's Day was like super hard for me. So definitely praying for her and all that she's going through. And she has friends like you.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you so much. So as far as the video is concerned and being a director, are you planning on directing more products after this?
Yeah, I mean, I love directing, it's like you come to set and it's not about you and you don't have to go through hair and makeup. You can just keep your little baseball cap on, really just like serve other people, which especially being in the business for as long as I have, I really enjoy serving people instead of it being about me. And I really enjoy just putting projects together. I love producing, adore directing. And I just directed my first film. I just co-directed it with my friend Tamara Bass.
No way.
And yeah, we finished that. And now we've got a few offers on the table. So we're just trying to figure out the best home for it and get it out into the world. And again, taking us back to women empowerment, that's a lot of what the movie is. I was kind of remembering, Waiting to Exhale and, Set It Off and Women of Brewster Place, and like all those great movies you had like in the early 90s. And, in terms of like movies that are about sisterhood, nowadays we only have them if they're comedies. And we're not always dealing with like the real dramatic issues that women go through, like,
Yeah.
struggling to get pregnant or, being in a relationship where your spouse doesn't support you or getting pregnant and not sure you want to be a mom or, all these different things that are kind of taboo subjects to talk about, but are really what we go through. And so this film is called If Not Now, When, and it really explores that. So it's exciting.
Oh my God, that's super cool. And it's great that we're having this conversation because at Pop Fusion TV, we fuse pop culture with charities. So it's really good that you're using your platform for social good. I seriously love that about you.
Thank you.
So speaking of which, can you tell us about your Greater Good Foundation and how that inspiration came about?
Yeah, my sister and I created the Greater Good because, we were going around to a lot of schools and we were talking with a lot of kids and we were doing a lot of mentoring. And then, you really end up meeting a lot of the kids that people consider the troubled kids, but
Hmm.
not all of them are really troubled. Some of them are just, they need to be seen and they need to be heard and they need to feel understood. And also, as it pertains to schooling, kids learn differently. Artistic kids like my sister and I, we learn in a more artistic way, and it's not always the book smart that's like our strong point. Sometimes it's just the wisdom, and you can always gain the book smart and being made to feel like you're still smart. You just may have a different way and approach of learning. And so that was kind of what started the Greater Good. Was we partnered with Hitting the Right Note. We came up with a curriculum that's actually in the Compton School District. It is a curriculum that you could actually graduate using. And it's really about teaching kids via the arts. And, we would go in and teach some of the classes and we'd have different guest speakers come in. And it's really just about letting the kids kind of start thinking about, what am I passionate about? What am I excited about? How do I start getting into that in school? And how do I start positioning myself in life to pursue those things even at this age? And so as we go along, we're still kind of growing with like, okay, what's the next kind of thing to build this out? And I think it's going to be, maybe 2 huge events a year where we're bringing young women specifically together and helping them grow in entrepreneurship and helping them really kind of hone in on like, okay, if I'm passionate about this, then this must be something that God put inside me. So how do I use this thing and parlay it into my purpose and why I'm here, and how do I get that support and that information and that help? And so I think that's the direction that we're really kind of focusing on going, and it's exciting, because it's like, Lord, just tell me how do you want me to do it? How do you want me to use it?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
already seeing tours and stages, and that's super awesome. Speaking of that, with being a woman of God in this business, how has faith got you where you are today?
Faith is everything, you can't do it on your own. I remember going through a season at like 21 where I was like, Lord, I'm trying to do everything right. And I keep getting the short end of the stick and I'm done. I'm going to do it my way. And I learned real quick that I played myself. And I learned real quick that he is the difference, especially like, if you look at this business, there's a lot of beautiful, talented girls, I have been able to accomplish what I've been able to accomplish because God has allowed it and because he's walked me through every step of the way and he sustained me through every step of the way. And yes, I'm sure there's other people who get to certain positions that may not be into God or may not even believe in God. But I think that the peace that I have, I think that the constant growth that I have, I think that the joy that I have in my heart, the specific experience that I have, I know it is completely all God. And it's really prevented me from falling into certain pitfalls. It's really protected me, and it's just made this experience all the more sweeter. Even when it's frustrating or hard, it's still pretty amazing because I know that I'm building with even my experience so that I am more usable in the kingdom to be relatable to whoever it is that God wants me to speak life into, so, or over. So.
That's so beautiful. I was actually watching an interview you did a few days ago and how you spoke about how you remained like so humble, how you put yourself in check, what you said pretty much.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, being like the star that you are, I cannot imagine the amount of like attention you get just going to, regular places and being able to use that, star power to get what you want. So, I mean, that's incredible that you do keep yourself in alignment with the Lord and you're able to just, I am not any better than this person. I'm going to stand in line. So, I mean, like 10 clapping emojis right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Facts though, man. He's the reason for the season. And I think, the second you start believing it's you is the second you're setting yourself up for a very rude awakening. And especially, in this business where it makes it very clear, some seasons you're up, some seasons you're down, and it can't become your identity, because the second it becomes your identity, the second you're not living in the reality of, and I said this the other day, it's what you do, it's not who you are. And if you gauge the quality of who you are by what you do, when it's all over the place, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel unworthy. You're going to feel insecure. You're going to feel not good enough. You're going to feel unlovable. You're going to feel rejected. And I think it's really important to separate the two and understand that that is not real. That is a career,
Yeah.
that is a job, but it's not who I am. I'm so much more and so many different things in between.
Yeah. Yeah, you so are. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Love it.
Thank you.
Before you went on quarantine, I know that before the world like went through all of that we're going through COVID-19,
Right.
you're working on a project with Grace Fires, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
I love Grace. So we're doing a TV show. Also, my other castmate, Shaniqua and Jerry, and I mean some other people that I'm not allowed to say yet because it's a surprise. But so it's so awesome. It's a TV show that we're shooting in Harlem. It's Untitled Harlem Project right now. Amy Poehler and Pharrell Williams are also producing it.
Oh, nice.
And it's basically just like, four best friends really trying to navigate their lives, their love lives, their issues, their stuff. And it's very real, and it's very inappropriate, and it's very honest, and it's the conversations that like you are like, oh, really? Y'all talk about that too? It's great. It's a really, really fun show. And to meet these other two actresses and to fall in love with them immediately and for it to be really genuinely real.
Yeah.
And I love spending time with them, and I don't feel alone in New York at all. I mean, obviously I have some friends and family there, but being on set, I feel like I'm with extended family. So it's pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So when can we see that?
Well, right now we were only in episode 3. So
Oh,
we have another 7 episodes to shoot.
oh wow.
When we get to shoot them. So
Right.
just trust in God. I prayed for the job, and it's something that I really, really wanted to do. And I was just like, I just want to do a job where I want to have fun, and I want to have quality of life, and I want to be excited every morning to get to that set, to be around whatever people I'm going to be around, to play whatever character I'm going to play. That's what I would like right now, Lord. And when this came and how it all played out, I know it's him. So I
Yeah.
trust that, we'll be getting back to work in his perfect timing, and it'll come out in his perfect timing, and it'll be great.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time here, woman. Can you please tell everyone where we can follow Joelle and yourself to see this video at 7 p.m.?
Yes. So Miss Joelle Ashley's video, Rescue Me, comes out tonight at 7 p.m. You can view it on both of our pages. Joelle's page is I Am Joelle Ashley. I'm like, what else am I trying to say? So follow her as well and send her some love, y'all. And yeah, we're excited to share it with you guys. And we hope that, you get a lot from the video, and hopefully it's inspiring and you get all kinds of different, deeper messages that are all about how you perceive and take it in. So.
Hashtag rescue me, you guys.
Yeah. Hi, Kelly.
Someone
said, oh, my girl.
Bomb. You're so beautiful.
So thank you. Oh,
beautiful inside and out. Oh, and congrats on 8 years with Devon. 8 years, right?
Yes, 8 years next month.
Before you go, any on that, relationships?
But any advice you said?
Any advice? Yeah.
Man, I would just say, keep God at the center of it, because that's the only way you're going to have good perspective on if the person's right for you or not. I think that the wait is an incredible tool for really getting to know somebody and determining, is this a human being that you actually genuinely like and want to spend a lifetime with? And I would also say, when you first get into a relationship, do not establish anything that you do not want to keep going for the rest of your life. Anything that you don't want to do for the rest of your life, establish that up front. And don't take advice, relationship advice, from people who are not in the same relationship situation as you. So if you're married, do not be taking advice from someone who's dating someone. Only talk to other married couples, because they understand the value of wanting the relationship to succeed, not just making it about their care for you, but their care for y'all. And yeah, there's some other stuff too, but that's what I think of off the top of my head.
Oh, we just got some free tidbits right now. Thank you for that. Again, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. We will certainly be tuning in at 7 p.m. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys. That was Megan Good. super fun chatting with her. Thank you guys for bearing with me with all of our technical difficulties, but please tune in at 7 p.m. to her IG Live or Joelle's IG Live. In the meantime, we will see you guys next time. Bye.